Hi, welcome to another Excel demo with Rich Kerr. In this scenario, we're going to take a look at the geography data type in Excel. You should have this if you've got the most recent update to Office 365. Here's how it works. Let's say you've got a list of locations in your spreadsheet, and it could be cities or states or countries even. I'm going to do a sample with cities. So I've got the cities listed. And I want to find out some specific information about these cities, like maybe what's the population? That might be one data type I'd like to pull in dynamically. To do that, I'm going to set these elements to be marked by Excel as a geography data type. So I select the cells in question and click geography, and it'll go through and mark these items as geography. And there's like a little map icon to the left of each entry showing that it was successfully able to resolve those as location names. So if, for example, if I click the little card or the little icon next to Chicago, I get a pop-up info card with information about Chicago, what county and state it's in, the mayor, population, square kilometers in terms of area, latitude, longitude, etc., time zone, and a description. Pretty powerful stuff. So what I think is pretty powerful too is that you can then pull this data out into other cells via a new type of formula that takes advantage of these new data types. So I'm going to go to cell B1 and type the heading population. And I'd like to extract the population into cell B2 for Chicago. So I'll do equals A2. And because that's been marked as the location data type, I have a list of different elements that I can pull in via formula. And it's a little bit different than a traditional Excel formula where the cell referenced goes inside a set of parentheses as part of a function. In this case, we're using dot notation. So for all my programmer friends out there, this will be kind of a familiar way of doing things. You can think of this as referencing A2 as an object that has certain attributes, or properties. So we'll say A2 dot, and then I'm going to select population. That's it. A2 dot population. I hit my enter key, and there's the population of Chicago, and I can simply double click to fill that down. Pretty powerful, right? It kind of shows us how simple it is to pull that data in with these new data types. One of the other things that's pretty interesting is when you're looking at one of these geography data points in column A, in addition to the ability to see the information in the info card, in addition to being able to write a formula manually, when you click on one of these cells, a little icon appears to the right that lets you extract data to a cell. So you see this little pop-up here. I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to pick, say, time zone. And it just goes to the right and finds the next available cell, and it just put in central time zone there. So basically it wrote the formula for me from that little pop-up tag that appeared to the right. And I can just fill that down for these others, and then we'll call this time zone. Let's do another example using that methodology. So I'm going to click on Chicago. I'll hit that little card that pops up to the side that says extract data to a cell. And maybe here we'll do leaders. And so it shows Lori Lightfoot as the mayor of Chicago. And then we'll go ahead and put, we'll say leader here. And then we'll fill that down. Now what's interesting is it was not able to pull in the value for Paw Paw, Michigan. So I guess the data source did not have Paw Paw's mayor listed. So what we'll do is we'll use the if error function in conjunction with this leader tag of data. So we'll say if error open paren, and then we've got A2 dot leaders. And then, so with the if error function, you list the formula or function that you're trying to retrieve or create. But then with a comma, you can indicate your custom error message rather than Excel's own error message that it generates when a formula cannot be resolved. So in this case, I'll simply say unknown. So we don't know the mayor if we get an error message here. Now, of course, for those first entries, it's fine, and then we'll fill it down. Okay. That's great stuff. Now let's try some international locations. So I'm going to do Tokyo. And notice that it resolved it right away. I didn't have to extend that down. So it turned those into locations right away. And there we go. So now we've got some values, and I'm going to pull these other formulas down. I'll select B7 through D7, and I'll double click the fill handle to force those formulas down. And so we can see that it was able to retrieve that same data for the international cities as well. And what's interesting is that over Tokyo, the leader of that region of that country, which I always thought of Tokyo as just a city, but they call the leader there the governor. Pretty powerful. I just learned something new. So I think this is just super powerful and interesting stuff, and it's a way of pulling in live data from the web. It's something that's long overdue, I actually would like to say. But now that it's here, I'm going to take advantage of it. And we don't have to write scripts to pull this kind of data in. So this is the geography data type in Excel. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can make productive use of it. Thanks for tuning in. Please come back soon for more Excel demos with Rich Kerr. Have a productive day.